I saw this image and I just had to use it as a backdrop for a little podcast. Um, I love blues and greens. The colors in this thing are so vibrant. It's just beautiful. And I love the ocean. And you put it all together and it's like, oh man, I wish it was there. I mean, things are so hard today with what's going on in the world. And when you look at something like this and you say, man, nobody stops to smell the roses anymore, let alone smell the ocean. I love the smell of the ocean. I love being down there. I'm fortunate enough to live about an hour away from the ocean. And usually, I mean, all my life, I've gone down to the ocean at least once a month, if not more, all year round. On the past year or so, I have not done it as much as I used to do it. And I think I'm missing it because when you go down to the shore, it just relaxes you. And for me in particular, whenever I've had a challenge or a decision to make, an important decision to make, just going down to the shore, just sitting there by the water, puts everything in perspective, and it just kind of, you just relax, chill out, and the answers just kind of come to you, you know? And the smell of the salt air and the water and the seagulls crying, and it's like, man, I'm really missing it. I guess I'm going to better get down there. I was thinking about going down this weekend, but then, it's 4th of July weekend and a lot of traffic and a lot of people. So I'll just wait till everybody gets the freak out of my way and go down and kind of chill out. But I was thinking about this whole thing as far as what's going on in the world, and everybody gets stressed out, and there's so much to worry about, and there's so many challenges, with high prices and whether you have a job or you don't have a job, and even if you have a job, is it enough money to pay for your expenses? And it's a very challenging time. And November is just right around the corner, and in my opinion, I kind of know what's going to happen in November. I mean, you can see the handwriting on the wall, and which means I think things are going to get worse. And it's sad to see what's happening in this country. It's sad to see what's happening in the world. And it's like, a train that's rolling down the track and out of control. And how do you stop something like that? I don't know. But all we can do is try to be as happy as we can be and try to live our lives as much as we can outside of that sphere of insanity. And I think when a lot of people are stressed out, most of the time, it's because they've given up too much of their power, too much of their autonomy to other people, whether it's an employer, the government, your lover, your friends, your family. You have to keep a large part of yourself to yourself. You have to maintain that autonomy. It doesn't mean you can't let other people in your life. I mean, you should, because that other people in your life enriches your life. But don't give up your autonomy. Don't give up who you are as a person. Because when you do, that's what causes the stress. You ever look around at people that are not stressed? It's because they're sure of themselves, because they do what they want. They don't let anybody tell them what to do. That's autonomy. And with the way the world is going, you've got to maintain autonomy for yourself, for your soul. It's also a good idea to be self-sufficient, which is a different matter, like growing your own food, and doing as much as you can, working on your own car. I mean, I went to the dealer recently. I always go to the dealer. I know people will tell you, go to a local garage, but yeah, I go to the dealer for everything because it's easy for me. Yeah, they want $79 for an oil change. I said, are you out of your mind? I mean, things are insane. But that's why it's better to work on cars yourself, change your oil yourself. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm capable of doing it. I don't want to do it. But, there are things that we can do ourselves, and or get a friend to do it for you and pay them, which would be a lot less than paying somebody else to do it. And I think that's part of it. I think I did something about this not too long ago about the Great Depression. where people helped each other out. Well, there's the barter system. I'll do this for you if you'll do that for me, or I'll trade you this for that. I mean, I think that's where we need to be. Because, I worked in advertising. Extremely stressful. I love it, but it's extremely stressful because it's deadline driven and you got to get it out. And not only do you got to get it out in 5 minutes, it better be accurate because you can't make a mistake when you're putting out advertising, whether it's print or radio or TV ads or whatever. It's got to be accurate. And that puts a lot of pressure on you because you can't make a mistake and you got to be as fast as you possibly can. And I'm out of that right now. And it's like, whoa, I can breathe. And I'm trying to find alternative ways of making a living. Doing this YouTube channel has opened up opportunities that I hadn't thought about before. There's so many things that you can do on your own that you don't have to go work for, corporate America. You can do your own thing. And that's part of of maintaining your own autonomy and being self-sufficient. I think we're going into a place where these large corporations are just taking everything over, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, whatever happened to the monopoly law? What I'm seeing are like these pharmacies around where I live, but we're getting down to one chain. Isn't that a monopoly? Well, I guess nobody cares about that stuff. And then when they do that, then they can charge you whatever they want because there's no competition. We need to go back to the mom and pop stores. We need to go back to our own little businesses and be our little own entrepreneurs. Do our own little thing. And there's so many ways of making a living, which you don't need, a whole lot of skills. There's helping out people, like look at the elderly. I mean, there's a huge population of elderly people out there that need rides, that need, people to run errands for them, to need to do things for them. And, maybe that's not your bag, but what I'm saying is where there's a will, there's a way, and you don't have to work a stressful job. You can, come up with anything. YouTube has opened up a whole lot of things for people. I mean, for myself, it's made me think about, I wonder if I could write memes for large organizations or maybe do voiceovers or just kind of opens up my mind in doing some things here. And I'm going through some personal things right now that's preventing me from working. But once I'm past that, I would like to explore these other avenues and not be a slave to corporate America or deadlines and pressure and rules. And, it's the workplace is not what it used to be ever since, the mandates and things like that. They could come back at any time for anything. And I don't want to work in an environment like that. So you're better off doing your own thing. Better off maintaining your own autonomy. Better off doing things for yourself, fixing things yourself, or using a barter system to get it done cheaper. There are all kinds of ways. You just got to put your mind to it and do it. And get that stress off of you because, unfortunately, I think we're in for some turbulent waters. It's not going to be peaceful like this scene. And the more we can take care of ourselves, the better off we'll be. Peace, love, peace out.